DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
This is Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Minshew. And he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. This one out quickly to Westbrook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the... And this is going to be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
At the 24-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he runs up, getting this all the way down to the Jags' 38-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now for Sam. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Eason got an open man. That's Campbell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Jaguars 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give to Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Score Jaguars 7, Colts nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
With the score, Jack.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, here's Taylor.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
36-yard.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Eason.
Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Eason.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
7 yards the pickup there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Minshew with a quick throw out wide to Chark. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's a run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Minshew. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pick.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Jacksonville.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown.
DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Josh Lambo.
Lambo on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Colts 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but
he's got it in, complete, and all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. His throw incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup. Relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
And he's got his man Hilton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's got the 1st down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 36 yards out. Rosa's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. And Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
For the extra point.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
He was taken down by DeForest.
Good strong tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their 1st-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Connection made with Chenault. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, here's Brissett.
They'll get this one to Pittman.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. The give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
But if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, Minshew. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That catch good for only a couple.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
Campbell making the catch. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Eason sets to throw it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think. so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Throwing after the interception. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Huge play that time for the Colts. 53 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. First and 10, Eason. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor taking it in. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
9-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 20.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
He's got it complete to Thompson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Setting up the screen for Miller. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
31. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Back to Taylor on first down.
He's out to about the 37. Jonathan Taylor. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down. Here's Eason.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Jaguar, first down.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
2nd and 8.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now it's Miller. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
The tackle made by
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run with Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
On third down, Miller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And he got it. He puts it through, and it's the ultimate capper to the regular season. And the Jaguars have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jaguars, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just